How's it going, guys? Cheese here at Cheese on Everything. I've been waiting for this package for months, since May of 2019 when it actually launched, from my favorite company, Peak Design, and it's finally here, the Peak Design Travel Tripod. So let's open this up and check this thing out. I did order the aluminum version because the carbon fiber version is ridiculously expensive. At first glance, this is probably the nicest packaging I've ever seen from any company. This is a really nice box. And here is the tripod. So some first impressions, this is definitely the smallest tripod I've ever had my hands on. Also the lightest. And for comparison's sake, this is a Hydro Flask 24-ounce water bottle. They're almost the same size. With the bottle full of water, they're also about the same weight at 3.44 pounds. Carbon fiber one is 2.81 pounds, which is a little bit lighter than this tripod, but it is also a lot more expensive. The aluminum version comes in at $470 Canadian. Whereas the carbon fiber version is $805. So let's unzip this and look at the actual tripod itself. Ooh, this looks really nice. So at first glance, it is very small and sturdy. And if you've been following the Peak Design videos, they have put an Allen key here, which is good for all their mounts, the tripod, dual plates, everything that needs the Allen head wrench. They have included in here, which is nice and convenient. It even comes with the small Peak Design plate. So the locking mechanism actually clicks, and then you can push down the button and release the plate. So the legs come out and locks with these little clips, much like the Manfrotto tripods. Now you can pop the knob out for easier access to adjust your center column, or you can leave it in and still adjust it. Either way, it's up to you. And this head locks with just one twist of the ring here instead of the 3 knobs that most conventional tripods use. If you're running gun shooter like me and you're out in the field, the last thing you want is to have more clunky, fiddly things to mess around with. There's one ring that turns the whole tripod and just locks. Very convenient. Love that. It does have a small level on the plate, which makes sure your camera is level and everything is straight. Now, one thing I did notice is that if you use the Peak Design dual plate, the camera actually clips on sideways, which does cover the leveler no matter which direction you clip it. And to give you an idea of what it looks like on some of the most popular bags today, here is the Peak Design travel line, 45 liter. That is what it looks like on the side of this bag. This is the Peak Design everyday backpack, 30 liter. And this is what it looks like on here. My bag is a little bit stretched here because I usually put the water bottle on this side, but still you can tell that the tripod still isn't sticking out, so it's nice and snug in here, so you don't even have to strap it down. And here is the Peak Design 20 liter. This one is nice and fresh. So this one is almost the same height as the bag, still fits though. Here's the most popular one, the Low Pro Protective 450. This is what it looks like in the water bottle pocket, which is what I used to use to put my tripod, because the tripod pocket is quite small. Here it is strapped in on the water bottle pocket. This tripod has a hook in the middle column for you to hook a bag onto in those windy situations where you might knock the tripod over. Gives it a little bit of weight to make it more sturdy. And the thing with this hook is you can pull the lever here, twist it, comes right off, and then you have the cell phone mount. And you just lock it right onto the clip and hold your cell phone. The other thing I noticed that nobody talked about, and maybe it's only in the production models, is the fact that the hook actually is magnetic to the cell phone holder. So when you pull it out, it actually pulls out the cell phone holder a little bit, so it makes it easier to grab. Nice little touches that Peak Design always thinks of. So on top of just the aluminum tripod, I also ordered the universal head adapter. This is just a different head to attach to your tripod. Put the universal head on, you just unscrew the core, turn this sideways, and expose the screw on top of the head here, and unscrew the ball head. Now you can take this whole piece off and then reattach this head, screw this back in. Now you have the universal head with the 3/8 screw that you can put any of your fluid heads or ball mounts that you currently own onto this tripod. I have pretty limited space here in the studio. It's quite small, but let me take you outside to the living room where I can show you how fast this thing actually deploys. So I come up with a little Peak Design travel tripod challenge. For those of you who already have this, let me see if you can deploy this tripod from fully closed to fully open and see if you can beat my time. Ready, set, go. That literally took like 10 seconds. Now to put it back all together. And then you just twist. Boom! How fast is that? So I've been using this tripod for a couple months now, and there are a few things to note about it, a few things I don't like. For one, because of the form factor, how close and tight everything is, when you put the legs together, it's really easy to crimp your fingers. And it's the same with the ball head here, because there is no space between, any of the fixtures. So just watch your fingers when you put this back together. And number two is the Allen key. I have almost lost this Allen key twice now. So now I have a piece of rope or cord attached to it, and I tied it up. There's a little hole here where you can tie it up, and the Allen key also has a little loop, and that way you won't ever lose this thing. And it is out of the way, so you don't have to worry about it. But all in all, it's a really nice tripod and I would recommend it. So if you like this video, hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace.